Here's a topic I get a lot, and it's should you buy a house that is a fixer-upper? And I think there's three different types of fixer-uppers, right? So one is, it needs paint, it needs carpet, it might need some new fixtures, right? And that's gonna be a pretty surface level fixer-upper. Just about anyone could accomplish that, one with a checkbook or two with some sweat equity, right? So that's gonna be pretty light and just about anyone could handle that. And those type of properties, you can get the biggest bang for the buck for the least amount of time and money investment. So looking for something that's a little bit older, kind of has the 80s, early 90s, maybe even it's all beige from the 2000s. Those type of fixer-uppers are pretty common that you could get a return on your investment rather quickly for not that much wear and tear. And then there's a second fixer-upper, and that might be you need to flip the kitchen, you might need to flip the bathroom, it might need some walls that need to be moved around. Those are going to require a little bit more time and a little bit more money, and you're going to want to get a bigger discount on the way in so that your return on investment's there. Remember, you always make your money on the buy. You never make your money on the exit because you can never plan on what the exit's going to be. The market always goes up over time. That's been proven over and over and over again. It's just how much time does it take, right? So if you bought in 06, it took you till 2013, 2014, maybe even 2015 before you got your money back, right? So it's not if, it's just a matter of when. So if you need to get the discount depending on how much rehab needs to be done on the buy, on the way in, right? And the best way to accomplish that is cash or cash equivalent, right? So if you can tap an equity line or the parent assistance program or something to that nature to come in with cash, repair it, then refinance afterwards and pull your cash out, right? And I actually have a sneaky tip on how to get that as a rate and term refinance instead of a cash out refinance that I teach our clients. And then there's the third tier of rehab, right? And that's where you're going in, you're gutting the place, right? And deals like that, those are typically done by major investors or people who do construction by trade. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for the average homeowner if you plan to move in. Those are very difficult and they require a lot of time and expertise. But number one and number two are fairly easy to accomplish, right? Remember that on average, people put about $33,000 into their home on just about any place. So if you can do it where things are a little more dated and all it requires is some paint and flooring and fixture swaps, that's going to be your best bet. And those are also the ones that the consumers today are looking to, they always want to go for the premium turnkey properties are going to be the most competitive. The ones that are slightly dated are going to be less competitive, and you can also have a higher upside and get the bigger discount on the way in. Discounts don't always apply directly to list price. Discount applies compared to what it could be selling for had it had those things done for it. An acronym for that is ARV, after repair value, right? So you just want to make sure that your return on your ARV after repair value is there if you go with the number one or number two level of fixer-upper. Those are some helpful tips on whether or not you should buy those. If you are one of these people that want to write a check and have it all be done, just realize there's a lot of other people that are out there like that. So the idea that you're going to get a major discount on a turnkey property, it's going to be less likely that happens. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just less likely. Get something with a little bit of work, something, I always joke around with my clients and say a little bit of mold, a little bit of warts, has a little stink to it. That stink that's the smell of money. That's where you can go and make some money. So, all right, more helpful tips, follow me, and I'd love to talk to you about real estate. So feel free to message at any time. Thank you.